this weekend. I thought we were out of the woods, but I guess it was false. So a lot of good things going on. Dogwoods blooming, pollen everywhere. Just makes me feel like springtime's here. More bees are eating my house apart, and I just love this time of year. This is what we've all been waiting on. We've been waiting for this, and to see that the pool boys caught one yesterday, 72 pounds, into the first fish of the year. To know that those cobia are fixing to start swimming down the beach, and the jacks and the tarpon and everything else are quick behind them. I was out delivering an Everglades 243 with an upper station on Saturday afternoon, and when I popped out of the pass, my bottom machine was reading 70 degrees, and I just got chills because it just got me so fired up. That Gulf water was all heated up like that. Made me feeling great. I mean, all this rain we've had, all that Black Bay, all that mess, to hop out there and get into that clean, clear Gulf of Mexico water and see all this jellyfish and see a couple sharks, and all that just got me fired right up. So, has anybody in here targeted cobia before? Raise your hand. Has anybody caught a cobia before? Good, good, good. Has anybody ever grilled a cobia on a green egg?
Yeah.
It's about as good as it gets. Oh, it's a trash fish. That's right. That's right. Just like a gaff top sailcat. That's right. Guys, I'm telling y'all, if you have the chance, so I'll give you a little background on me. I was a fly fishing guide down here for 10 years before I got in this business. I was a sight fishing guide. I sight fished for redfish. I sight fished for tarpon. We would sit, and we might not make a cast all day long until we got to see a fish and throw at it. It's very different than bottom fishing or trolling or any of that. And so we would anchor up and wait for a tarpon to swim to our boat to throw at. And some days it was good, and some days it was bad, but I lived to watch something eat what I threw at it. It was more exciting to me. It was like hunting. It's the difference between rifle hunting and bow hunting. And when you are sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and you finally get your shot, and you've been riding down that beach, heading east or heading west, looking for cobia, and you're looking, and okay, that's a turtle. Okay, that's a ray. That's a mola. I mean, there's sunfish. There's so many cool things to see. The reason that I love cobia fishing is that so many people that are primarily involved in bottom fishing, trolling, casting to what they're not looking at. This is their season of the year. This is their 60 days that they get to enjoy sight fishing like I enjoyed it. And I love to see all these guys with these high boats and big towers and all that cruising up and down the beach. It's a social experience. It's a lot of fun to ride up and down the beach with friends and family and enjoy that warm weather and get that first, good sunburn of the year, and to know that summer's right there ahead of us. So I'm thrilled that y'all are here. I'm thrilled that you came out and spent some time with us, and I am telling you that if you have a boat without an upper station, you need to come see me and get one with one. If you have a boat with an upper station, it's probably not quite long enough, and you probably need a big one. So we can talk about that too. But I'm thrilled that y'all are here, and Tim Broom and these guys from Star are going to explain the tackle you're going to need. But the one thing they don't sell is patience. And it's cobia looking now. It ain't cobia catching. And I'm going to tell you that you got to come into this with the idea that you're going for a really nice ride down the northern Gulf of Mexico to look at pretty water, and you might see a cobia. And if you do, you might get a cast at it. And if you cast at it, he might eat it. And if he eats it, you might reel him in. And if you reel him in, you might gaff him. But all of that's a bunch of what ifs. So I hope you guys will enjoy learning about cobia fishing tonight and just kind of go at it with the mindset that it's a blast. It is a celebration of where we live. It is part of our history. And it's something we can all look forward to over the coming weeks. So Preston Sutter, glad y'all came and helped me get to know y'all better. And if I can answer any questions for you, I will. Tim Brew.
Guys, what's going on tonight?
Springtime.
Right. Email code the picture we're going to put up here after a while. So I hope everybody's been taking advantage of some of the fishing. There's a lot of things that are early this year. You know, of course, triggerfish has just opened up, and the fishing for those has been real good. Mike and his crew had a really nice catch the other day. King mackerel are already here. It's pretty good numbers. Looks like today they caught probably about 8 to 12 off out here, and they had 2 of them that were real close to 40 pounds. Of course, like Preston said, they caught the first cobia out of Destin yesterday on full bull, 72 pounds. They caught one at Pensacola Pier on Sunday. So, you know, as soon as this front gets by here, we should be ready to rock and roll on them. One of the things we're going to talk about tonight, as far as baits or live eels, just to give everybody an update. The guys up north have caught some. We hope to have some in the stores by late this week. All depends on the big snow. Where they come from, they're going to have to fly through a bunch of snow, so I'm not sure what day they're going to ship them or not. But other than that, you know, we should definitely, it looks like we should have some by the weekend to start cobia season off. And of course, next week is some of the kickoffs for some of the local tournaments. Tonight we're going to have Bob Sharp, one of my long-term buddies, cobia fisherman extraordinaire from the coast here. Bob is the star of Rods and Reels, owner of Hooks and Andy Line. And of course, tonight we're going to talk about cobia fishing. And after we cover a lot of things, we're going to talk about either gaffing or netting the cobia. And I bet you Bob's answer is going to be gaffing one.
It depends, yeah. That's a long story that we could all talk about later. But thanks for having me. Preston, I want to go fishing with you. That's because he explained cobia fishing kind of in a nutshell, which is great. It's a heritage thing. It's something that we all grew up doing. Me and Tim were fortunate enough to live here as young guys. We grew up fishing on the pier. I grew up in Pensacola, Florida, fishing on the Pensacola Beach Pier. My parents would drop me off during spring break, and anytime I could go. Same with Tim. We both were athletes in high school, and when if we weren't at football practice or something, we were on that pier. And we learned a lot about fishing, a lot about fellowship. Just like Preston was saying, and a lot of those guys that we grew up on the pier, you know, we're much older now, obviously. And they've moved on to fishing in boats, larger boats, being boat captains, weekend fishermen, and all that. What do I consider myself? I've fished a lot of cobia tournaments and that kind of thing. But today I consider myself a weekend angler. And by saying that, I go fishing when I can. You know, and I can't go on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday unless I take a day off or what have you. In the past, I could do that. And now, my job requires me to be out of town a lot. So the best time to cobia fish is when you can go. And there's going to be times when you're out there when it's not the right conditions. And we'll talk about conditions some more. But just like Preston said, it's a fellowship thing. It's a really neat thing to do. It's one of those fisheries that you have to have some sort of talent or expertise. You have to be able to do a few certain things adequately enough or good enough to catch them. He explained it perfectly. You got to see them, you got to hook them, you got to reel them in, you got to gaff them, and you got to put them. There's a lot of things going on. We're trolling sometimes, or we're bottom fishing. We don't see anything. We just get a bite. We don't know what it is, so it gets right up on the boat. We know what we've got when we're fishing for these cobia the way we fish for them. And Tim, I want to get started. Do you have any questions that you have?
Well, tell us this. You know, we know that they caught the first cobia this week.
Yeah.
But so typically, when do the cobia show up? How long do they last? And where do we actually fish for them at?
Well, they show up. This has been particularly early. Do I think it's a good thing? It's always good when fish show up early. I like to go fishing. If I could cobia fish, I would say if there was cobia in Alaska and you could fish 24 hours a day, most of us would load up and live there for a month. It's that cool. But right now, we're fortunate enough to have that 70-degree water that Preston was speaking of. So that brings a whole bunch of stuff our way. These are migratory fish. They're coming up from the Keys, you know, where they're brooding and stuff, and they're 40 pounds, 50 pounds, you know, not giants down there. They'll come up and they'll come around through the flats or the middle grounds of the Gulf of Mexico, and they kind of hit our beach, and then they just turn to the west and go toward the west where they'll spawn. So they're here because of the water temperature. That drives most everything in our fishery. Somebody mentioned earlier, I heard somebody say, there's cigar minnows here and stuff. Well, usually the cigar minnows don't show up until consistently where I'm cobia fishing for another a month at least. So, we're way ahead of the game when it comes to the water temperature and all that stuff. Hats off to the guys on full pull for catching the first one, but those guys are really dedicated fishermen. They stay out after it, and they're kind of, that's a barometer that tells us a lot. Also, the king fishery tells us a lot. I can't believe it, that we're catching these king mackerel already on the piers. That tells me that, that all the migratory species are coming. They're here already. Whether they're here in bunches, I don't know, but I think, in my personal opinion, the best time to fish for cobia is mid-March, like we're in right now, all the way through to maybe the second week in May sometimes, depending on how the moon phases are. But the cobia are generally here from mid-March to the end of April and a couple of weeks into May. That's when they're migrating. That's when they're coming from the east to the west. They're coming for one reason and one reason only. They're spawning. They're not, and then when the water's right, that's when they're coming. They're spawning. My personal opinion is they stay up on top of the water to first get that really, really nice shot of warm water. The second thing is that they stay up a lot because a lot of them have eggs, and it's a lot more comfortable for them to be up on top. When they go down, it puts pressure on them and releases their eggs early, and sometimes they can't spawn. So their natural instinct is kind of to stay up around the upper level. That's why we get sight fish for them. But mid-March through mid-May is a prime time.
Well, you're talking about the timing of the year. I know out of our past, coming out of here, you have the choice of going east or west. Which direction do you think is the best way to go, or how do you determine, are you going to go fish down the east beach today, or are you going to go fish down west, or?
It has a lot to do with what, you hear a lot of reports and stuff. So let's say that they're catching a bunch of fish in Panama City, and I'm fishing here out of Destin. So I'm thinking, I would go out of this path and go to the east and kind of head that bunch of fish off, if I could. I may run down the beach and turn around. That way I like to have the sun in my back if I can all the time. Because glare is something we'll talk about later, and the sun plays a big part in everything that happens with cobia fishing. But my personal preference is to go toward the west of here, toward Pensacola, between what we call it, the
Microwave tower?
The microwave tower, yeah.
Space Needle.
Yeah, we call it the Eiffel Tower, all the way down to Pensacola Beach Pier and even past sometimes. So that's kind of that's a big zone, but it's just the information you may get from guys like Tim or something, that if there's a bunch of fish in Pensacola and they're already passed from here, I fish right out of here and kind of listen and see. Because a lot of times these fish all pop up at the same time. They're not just always up and they're not always down. They'll pop up and down, and there's a certain time during the day where a lot of them will just all of a sudden show up. So if you're in a line of boats, don't worry about that so much. Because that fish is not on top the whole time. A lot of times they'll be down where nobody can see them, or there'll be 5 guys up at the top of this big giant tower that are all eating sandwiches and talking about their sister-in-laws. So they didn't see them. So don't feel bad if you're behind a bunch of boats and stuff like that. Again, they come up and down a lot. They'll pop up and down. So the direction for me personally would be first of all information, second wind direction. If the wind's gassing out of the east, I'm going to work my way out of here out of the east and fish down sea if I can a little bit, and not have to beat my way back toward Destin if I'm 20 miles from Pensacola out of a small boat or something. So those sea condition also plays a big part. Water clarity plays a big part. If the waters are pocket of clear waters you've heard about between Pensacola and Destin, that's where I kind of like to fish around first and see what's happening, so I can get a little bit better look and see the fish better. And then, again, if it's north wind or something like that, I like to, as soon as I can get either side of the pass, as soon as it gets, nice enough when the sun's up, nice, with the north wind, I want to be as close to the beach as I can on either side of the pass. That's just been very productive. But.
So, so that's saying, you say like you left there out early. What do you think of the prime times of day to be cobia fishing?
Well, for me personally, from 10 to 2 is popping time. I don't go get out there at 9:58 and start fishing because that's just not the way I do it. We get up early, we get out there, get set, and start. And we see a lot of fish early, but it seems like from 10 to 2 or 3 o'clock, the sun's at a perfect position, perfect angle on the water. Because again, these fish are coming up and they're wanting to be in the warmest water they can get in, and it could be blowing. Yes, sir.
Well, go
it could be blowing like out of the north, where you bundled up like this. But it could be 12 noon and the sun's shining really good, and those fish are right there. You think, man, but the water temperature hasn't changed, just the air temperature you're in has changed, if that makes sense to you. So from 10 to 2, the sun is in optimal position to warm the water for you not to have a lot of glare, and those are times when it seems like there's a lot of things going on as far as popping goes. I think in the morning is better than, I haven't had a whole bunch of luck in the late afternoons for some reason. I've caught some, but a lot of times I've caught them better early in the morning than later in the afternoon.
How do you determine how deep a water you want to start?
That's a good question. I think Tim had that next on his list.
Yeah. So how do we determine how far from, I know for me, I'm a deep water guy. Everybody cobia fishes a little bit different.
Yeah.
When you go cobia fishing with me, you get to see the sandbar twice. Once we go across in the morning, once we come back in the afternoon. I know a lot of people, Bob ain't different from me, they like to fish up on the sandbar because it's a little easier to see. It's not so much easier to see fish on the sandbar, but I think it's easier to refine them.
Yeah.
But I like it out in the deeper water. Generally, I fish out there more in that 25 to 60 foot range, just because most people won't go out that far, half a mile off the beach, and fish out there. So the fish are a lot less messed with. So the ones I see, I normally catch. But I may have a different opinion than what I have.
I really like it offshore. When I first started cobia fishing, all of us are right on top of the sandbar. Because you can see from the bottom to the top, and you're just so confident. And those fish get hammered. There's so many boats. When we first started, there wasn't that many boats, so you could fish that water. There's a lot of boat traffic and stuff, jet skis, that kind of thing, that push them around a little bit. I'm not so sure it scares them a whole bunch, but like Tim said, if you're fishing offshore, the fish come in like they could be coming straight to the beach, and as soon as they get to a certain depth, they turn and go this way. They could become. So a lot of times you get the first of the group that's coming in out of the deep water into the shallow water so they can go down the beach and spawn. But I do love to fish on the beach when there's a north wind, because when the north wind blows really hard, it creates current offshore where Tim's fishing that they don't like, because they're just like any other animal or anything. If you can walk down a trail, downhill on the trail, you'd much rather do that than where you're going than walk uphill on that trail. So if there's north wind blowing off the beach, I love fishing north wind, because some people say it's too cold to go, and it's nice. You get right up on the beach and there's no current or anything, because there's not enough wind pushing any water around. Does that make sense? Not enough current, or wind current, or any chop or anything. So they're right up on the beach, especially early in the morning and up to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something. They'll be right there on the beach sometimes, and that's a good way.
Well, now, do you just go out and say, okay, I'm going to fish 60 feet, and
No.
as soon as you find out and hit 60, you turn right or left?
Good question there. He asked, well, I just go out and look at my bottom machine 60 feet and go straight. Now, what I'll do is I'll start where Tim's at, and I'll start looking for things. Things are rays, turtles, any kind of other pelagics are moving that way. Bait, school, a bunch of bait, and all that kind of thing. If I see that thing, those are called happenings. I'm in a zone right now. If I see 2 turtles swimming at me, I know that's where the warmest water is. That's where cobia are. If I don't see anything, I'm going to work my way inside. And then I'll just kind of work my way at the angle. I won't turn straight in shore, but I'll work my way at the angle. And if I see a fish at that angle I'm going at, I'm going to say, well, you know, if I see him, if I catch him, I'm going to push man overboard or whatever, and I'm going to keep my boat and everything on that same line. We fish, you know, what's called a line. We get on that line. It's offshore line, inshore line. That's when they're popping up. So to answer your question, I may start offshore and angle my way, but just kind of serpentine until I find some happenings. Or I find a fish, which is the ultimate goal. But just to get out there and go straight, I very, very seldom do that until I see a fish. If I see one or catch one, I'm going to get right in that same area and go straight ahead until I see another. A lot of times, they'll just pop on that same line for some reason. And Tim could be offshore on his line and see them, and I could be inshore on my line and see them. When you see them, and there's another little trick we call monkey see, monkey do. If you see a boat sideways, you see another boat sideways, you see another boat sideways, they're all in one line, that kind of tips you off a little bit as to where the fish may be. I'm not telling you to run out there and get right next to them. I'm just telling you that's a decent line. Those guys are not sideways and stopped, you know, for no reason. They're either seeing them or catching them. So.
What if you see bait pods? Do you see more cobia around bait pods, or does that really matter?
You see some. They're more interested. They're going to stop and eat because they have to eat because they're going to spawn. But they're more interested in going to spawn. So we really don't necessarily fish bait pods. Now in the summertime, that would be a great option. But in the migratory season, they're more focused. They've got a job in mind.
And they're eating some lazier fish if they can find them. For example, crabs and eels, and we'll talk about that. Small fin fish like croakers or pinfish. To chase a cigar minnow down or an alewife something is pretty tough. They don't want to spend that energy. Again, they're coming from a long way. They're cruising on top for one reason: they're spawning, and they're eating just anything that they can find is an easy pickings. So I generally don't follow schools. If I see a school of cow rays or something, there's a lot of those out there. I'll stay behind those and see if one will pop up, because they like to kind of cruise with rays, and especially cow rays are big giant manta rays, especially manta rays. You find one of those, there's typically a cobia around it somewhere. But that's something that I would follow around for a little while just to see if one pops up, because I've seen some giant fish in the middle of a huge school of cow rays, just one cobia right in the middle of it. Because that's something that they're real comfortable with. On the East Coast, they ray fish 90% of the time, looking for rays and stuff on the beach. With us, they're more free swimmers, but they're all rays and turtles and things that they hang around. Bait fish, I like looking at it, but I keep on going. I'm looking for that cobia.
So real quick before we go to rods, reels, and lures and stuff, I see you have a pair of sunglasses sitting there. An important thing about spotting cobias. Tell us about sunglasses.
Sure. The thing that we're doing is we're sight fishing. We're looking for something in the water. And if there's 4 of you guys in the boat, and one of you look over one of them, he's got a pair of 8-gator Ray-Bans, which are great sunglasses, but the chances are they're not polarized, they're not the right color, they're not what you're looking at, and that light comes inside, and they're just kind of doing this number. Well, you're being penalized on that side. You need everybody if I'm fishing, everybody's going to have a nice pair of quality polarized sunglasses. I'm pushing any brand on you. I have Calcutta myself. I also have Guideline sunglasses. Costa obviously makes a great pair of sunglasses. But I like to have polarized sunglasses that wrap all the way around your eyes, and I usually use something that will catch my glasses if I'm, while I'm fishing. When I bend over or something, I don't want to drop the only pair of sunglasses. I always carry a backup pair for just that reason. My buddy, brings his brother-in-law, and he doesn't have any sunglasses, so I'm going to have an extra pair in my tackle box or on my boat all the time. Generally, I bring two two types of sunglasses, an amber lens, and this is like a yellow lens. And this yellow lens is for days like today. If I'm going, it brightens everything up. An amber lens brightens everything up a little bit, but I feel my personal favorite is an amber lens, just because. If you've got a pair of sunglasses that you're used to seeing with in the water, keep wearing it. Don't go buy yourself an amber pair of glasses or something that you're not used to looking through. Just make sure they're polarized, they wrap around your eyes real good. Because I can tell you, there's a couple of things that will wear you out cobia fishing, and not having proper eyewear is one of them. If you've got a scratch on your lens and you're riding around with salt spray on and all that, what's happening is your eyes are focusing back and forth on that little scratch that's right on your sunglasses. So you're wondering, man, I am tired and I got a headache. Well, let me see your sunglasses. Well, you got a big giant scratch on ours. There's a big pot of salt or something like that, or fish guts or something that's still up there, and your eye is going like this. And it's just like a camera focusing that camera over there. And it's looking out, and it hits that little thing. And you wonder why you're fatigued, and that's one of them. I learned a lot from the Costa guy, former Costa guys about that. And I think it holds true.
So take stuff to clean your glasses.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, your eyes are what's going to, cash your check on this deal. So, if you've got regular glasses, get you some, they've got some fit overs that are polarized. Cocoons are great. I wear cocoons as well. They all polarized. You can bend them up. They got all kinds of different sizes and types and all. If you've got prescription, sunglasses, my advice would be to put 2 lanyards on. Because they're expensive and you lose them, you're out of the game. So, go ahead.
Well, see, holding the rod reel, tell us about rods and reels. What do we actually need to be able to go catch cobias?
Well, I keep speaking to the brother-in-law and all that. You got to gather up some guys to go. Whether you're in a big 60-foot sport-fish boat with a giant tower, or you're in a 24-foot boat with no tower, whatever. The rods and reels have to be consistent. And the thing that I look for in the rod and reel is something first that's going to be able to catch a 100-pound fish. Don't let anybody on your boat with a rod and reel that will not catch a 100-pound fish, a spinning outfit. Because you're just going for your first time, so that little 30-pounder is going to swim up for you and roll over and say, here, catch me. The first one you see may be the biggest cobia you've ever seen in your life. And you may have a rod that's 6.5 foot long with a half a spool of 20-pound line in it, flippy tip, and a leader that's this long. Because you've been king fishing with it or something. That's not what you need. Something that's going to hold 300 plus yards of whatever kind of line you want to use. Something like this. This is the S series from Stall Reels. This is the 7,000. We also make an 8,000. You've seen one that has a regular bell on it, a conventional bell, and another one has a manual pickup, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this reel's going to hold enough line, I usually don't use anything less than 20 to 25-pound line. 25 is my favorite, 30 pound on spinning outfit. I can even go to 40. With braided line, 50 to 60. Because it casts real well. It's got enough diameter where it's not so small that it knocks up and wind knocks so bad and all. And I'm going to have a rod that's going to, this Paraflex is a perfect example of a rod that has some backbone to it. Because I'm fishing for, what are we fishing for? 100-pound cobia. That's a 100-pound fishing drag right there. That's probably 12 pounds of drag. And that's what I want to put on. And this reel will take 28 pounds of drag. So it's got plenty of drag and all that to satisfy your needs. $198 retail is a great reel. Again, we're really proud of it. We just came out with it. And we specifically built this for beach fishing and cobia fishing and doing that.
What's the gear ratio?
Sir?
What's the gear ratio?
3.7 to 1. Not real big, not a lot, which is nice. Because the fish we're fishing for is 100 pounds. So I like a little bit more torque. We got a lot better gear, a little more torque we can put on without having to sit there and wait. I like a real fast reel when I'm jigging, while I'm fishing, whatever. When I'm cobia fishing, we've been using the same ratio for how long? It's 7 to 6, the same exact thing.
Yeah, and even some of my older Mitchells.
Yeah, and the Van Staal's the same thing. So, the Van Staal's is not a really fast reel, it's a great reel. They're very expensive, but we designed this reel around a Van Staal type reel, 706 type reel, something like that all the Cobia guys and the beach guys can recognize and use. So I want something, this reel particularly has 6 ball bearings. It's got a ball bearing on the bottom and the top of the spool. Very important that you have that. Because once your line ends up, everything gets to the very top of that spool like this, and your line's pulling off of the top of this spool, and there's no ball bearing or anything, you'll get, what will happen is your drag pressure will change, because you don't have a bearing up there to just make it turn smooth. Does that make sense? It sounds like a little thing, but it's not little when I've got that giant fish on. I've got a ton of pressure. I want my bearings in my spool. I want a machine spool. This is aluminum machine spool. And back in the day, we've had a few spools blow up on us. And what happens, we put a lot of pressure on the fish. We put the line on. The line gets, monofilament gets wet. And when it gets wet and dries up, that's when it'll really tighten up on your spool. You're catching a fish, and that spool is blow. That's why it's very important to have a spool that's machined aluminum. The rod, I like to use anything from a 6.5, the smallest, to 7 to 8 feet. 7 on a boat's great, 8 feet on a pier is cool. Too, but I want something that's heavy everything. If I'm throwing a jig like this, I don't want anything that's real loose on the tip and all that. A lot of this stuff, kingfish rods and that kind of thing. I want something that's got, backbone up the gazoo. These are foul-proof guides. They're great guys, silicone carbide, and they'll take a lot of abuse. And you can run fluorocarbon, and you can run braided line through them forever. It won't hurt. There's also another type of rod that we have, and it's just a wire guided rod we use on the pier. I like to use a wire guide like this on the pier with braided line on it. So I can throw it a long way. This is a little longer. I can throw it a long way. And I just like the wire guides because they're tough and they work real well. So, and it's also cheaper. It's a little bit cheaper. But this rod is $119 to rebuild there at Hitch. It's a great, perfectly balanced. So when I'm Cobia fishing, I'm going to have all these. Does anything look familiar? Most everything's going to be the same. There's some different guides, maybe a different length, but they're all going to be 300 plus yards, 25 to 30 pound mono, 50 pound to 60 pound braid, big backbone, and very smooth drags.
You want to talk about lures first, or you want to talk about live bait rigs and live baits?
Sure. I mean, well, now that we know what we've got for fishing with, let's talk about the lures or the live bait that we use to fish with, and then we'll kind of go into how you position your boat and all that stuff. We grew up doing this. We've used these jigs for years and years on the piers. And if you want to pier fish, this is mostly what 99.9% of the people are going to be using. Is a jig just like this or similar. It's a 3.5 to 4 ounce jig. You can fire away at it. Most of the piers here in our area have what's called a first shot rule. If you see the fish first, you get to throw it. On your boat, it's nice to have one because I like to catch them on a jig if I can. And there's one big reason for that. It's called a 9/0 giant hook. Did I know when he eats that jig, and I set the hook on him as hard as I can, and I'm not just flicking it, I'm ripping it. I mean, I am, I've got the maximum amount of drag as I can put on it at the beginning, and I can back off my drag after I hook it. But I've got a maximum amount of drag, and I'm just wham, 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 wham. Just like that, hard as I can get it, with the jig. And then I got him hooked up real good, keep him as tight as you can keep him. You have to loosen up a little bit, loosen up. Don't have a loose drag starting out with any of these fish, regardless of what you're using, a jig or a live bait or anything. That'll get you every time. You have to have a tight enough drag to get that hook in. But with the jig, I like to throw the jig for a couple of reasons. One, it's fun, it's got the 7-knot hook in it. Next thing is, if I see a fish and he's kind of going down, you know, like I just caught a glimpse of him and he's going down, I can throw this jig out there and it'll sink right there with him and he'll grab it. Or if I see a fish, I'll pass him. So let's say we're riding along, we've got our rods and rod holders pointing this way. And I've got my jig rod here, my live bait rod here. So I look down and I see one, and it gets in the prop box or something. I just see him and we just passed him. So
one that's in close.
That's right. Right from me to you, it's right. Oh man, God, there he is. I'll just grab this, throw it out behind the boat, freeze pull a little bit, and jig it. And I caught one of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life doing that. Because by the time, and then at that point, you know, somebody's still spinning the boat around looking, but if you just stop, or if you just see him and then you just start spinning the boat around without a lure out there or anything, you know, your chances are a lot less. If you've got something in the water going in the same direction he was going, you got a chance. And that's what I use a jig for. And in windy conditions, where I can't throw a live bait very well. The next thing that I would use is a live bait rig. And this is just a 7-knot hook. This is an owner hook. We have what's called the Mutu hybrid. We just came out thanks to Tim. Tim is very instrumental in a lot of things that we do, both at Star and owner hooks. He asked us, a couple of years ago, the Mutu light we have is a very good hook. It's an offset circle hook. We needed something that was just a little bit more beefier for these big fish that we're catching up here. So we did what's called a Mutu hybrid, which is between our regular Mutu hook, which is more of a tuna style hook, real thick, short shank. We took both of those hooks and made a hybrid. We made it with Tim's specs, with it being offset. Those won't be delivered until the next couple of weeks. I've got a hook similar to that they were nice enough to give me. Just to show at the seminar here and show some of my customers. But I like to use a circle hook. I like to use 50 to 60 pound monofilament fluorocarbon for a leader. Excuse me, fluorocarbon, not monofilament. And the one thing that I don't do, you see how short that leader is? Anybody? And I don't want to ask a question. I'll just tell you, if I have a leader this long, there you go. You got to do this like you're on the beach. You know what I mean? You got to look back, wind up, and throw. If I've got a leader, I'm just going to pull up right here. I'm going to have this right at my tip. Boom! I can throw it just like that. Same with that jig. You don't need a long leader. These fish don't have any teeth. You know, they're really rough in their mouth and everything, so you really don't need a long leader. This is generally as long as I would make one. And the reason this is long is because I can fit it in this bucket with a live bait and you can swim around. So no real long leaders, 50, 60 pound fluorocarbon, and you can use 50 or 60 pound monofilament. We did it for years. It works just fine. The next thing I'm going to use is what's called a no hook or no leader hook. It's just a hook tied onto my line. If it's braid, I wouldn't do it with braid. I would do it with monofilament. This is 25, 30 pound, and this is something I'm going to have rigged and ready to go in case I've got a fish that I've already thrown on a couple of times. We'll go through that a little bit later. But, this is called a no leader rig. This is my last resort, and I've seen more 100 pounds, 90 pound fish caught like this than any other way. Only because we fished the fish for so long that he finally bit, but it took not having a leader, real light line to get him to bite.
Well, that's what you're talking about, is going to a smaller line. Well, what about going without a swivel and going to an FG knot or something like that?
You can do that, and I use FG knots all the time, especially going from braid to my leader. Like I didn't have time to tie an FG knot. There's braid on that rod, and on our boat, it depends on the guy I fish with in Orange Beach. We can put 30 rods on the boat. We've got different rods for everything. So we'll have a braided line rod with an FG knot tied to the leader. So you're right, you can do that as well. I just like a swivel with monofilament, or with just a no leader, no nothing. And this is a very effective way to do it. kind of what we use in, as far as terminal tackle goes. And let's go over some bait real quick. Can we do that, then?
Yeah. Let me ask one more thing about hooks real quick. I brought, of course we talked about circle hooks, but I brought some straight hooks and a few treble hooks.
Yeah.
I'm a circle hook guy. I used to be a treble hook guy, and I've changed.
Yeah.
Reason for using a circle versus a straight J hook versus a treble.
And I used to be a J hook guy myself. This owner of 5114. This is a 5111 or 5110 7/0 hook. Great hook. If you like to set the hook on the fish, if you want to know it's swallowed down into his stomach, and you want to set the hook, that's fine. That's good. And J hooks work great if you're used to them. Treble hooks work good too. But there's two inherent problems with either one that the circle hook kind of solves. This one is that when you gut hook him, or you hook him in the tongue, or you hook him somewhere, foul hook him somewhere, there's a good chance he's going to come off. And he's not going to come off for the hour you've been fighting. He's going to come off right there. Dunk, and that's it. Another thing is that if you want to release a fish, and you've got this thing down into his gills, and he's bleeding really bad, that's not a good thing either. So with circle hooks, you're almost guaranteed you're going to have your hook somewhere inside the mouth. With a treble hook, you've got a ton of advantages because it's got 3 hooks on it. A lot of times people use like a big thin fish, like a pinfish, or if you can get what else would be a big mullet. There you go. That's not a bad option with a mullet because it's a big bait, and I want to be able to pull this thing out and set the hook inside the mouth of that fish. Sometimes it takes them a little while to eat a mullet, and it takes a while for the circle hook to come out and all that stuff. With this, you got a little bit better chance to hook up. But with using live eels and things like this, these tangle a lot. And when you put a live eel in the bucket and you got a treble hook in him, and you see a fish, and you look down and you got a knot because this eel is all twisted up. But it's a lot, 99.9% of the time, it's because of using a treble hook, because fish really get tangled up. Even fin fish do if you keep them in a live eel hook. So there's goods and bads with everything. I'm just a circle hook guy because I know when he swims off with it, I can just tighten down on him, and it'll just rinse right there. Or if he swims off with it and he spits it out, I can just release it off the belt or off the manual, and he'll come back around and eat it again. But if I'm there just trying to set the hook on him, it comes out. Now he's running off. Does that make sense? If he spits it out, or if you miss him with a circle hook, he's still swimming the same speed. You're just trying to keep it tight until it gets winters in there and he swims off. So that's kind of why I like a circle. Yes, sir. Going back to jig, do you use any kind of trailer on it when you're throwing it? I sure have. I've used a piece of squid that they eat off and swim off with it. I've had that experience. A squid is good. I like that. Sometimes I'll use like a white curly tail giant grub or something. But a lot of times, I'll super glue that on there and stuff because, it gives it some more action, but sometimes it'll roll up on that hook too. So if you put it like a curly tail or something there, either, try to super glue it or something where it'll stay. But yeah, you can put a trailer on the jig. Most of the time, I'll get a jig with a little flash that goes past it. It kind of looks like a trailer anyway. So, good question.
And the thing that I really like about circle hooks is that when I got my buddies on the boat that maybe from wherever, but they haven't done a lot of this before. Well, trying to get them to set the hook properly at the right time with a J hook or a treble hook or a jig, they want to catch a fish. Well, I can take them and have them take a live eel or a live fin bait, pitch it out there. All I'm going to do, it's like, okay, there's the Cobia. You throw it out in front of him. When he eats it, just close the bait. Don't do anything else. Just close the bait. When the fish eats it, I can sit there and watch the fish. Then I can just kind of slowly bump this in gear and drive away and hook the fish with the boat. And I take all the guesswork out from my anglers. That way they don't have to do anything. All you got to do is just pitch it. They can pitch it, close the bail, we can catch it.
Yep. Good point. Yeah. With boat, you know, the guy driving the boat has a lot to do with everything as far as cooking. So, my bait of choice, my live bait of choice is obviously, we talked a little bit about it, live eels. Next thing would be a mullet, which was Tim's favorite, because here's the cool thing about a mullet. And I can't find them as good as you can find them here in Destin and Pensacola. But if you've got a live mullet, he swims on top all the time. That's what he does. He doesn't go down. So when he's swimming on top, that cobbia's going to come up to eat him. If I throw something like a big croaker or a big pinfish or any kind of reef fish that's legal that you can use, the first thing, what does he want to do? He wants to go down. But now I've got a fish on top. I throw this pinfish at him, and he swims down, and he goes down after him. Let's say he loses him, or he eats him and spits him out. Now I don't see him anymore. If I got that mullet on top, he's not going down. He's going to jump around. He's going to be chased on top. So that cobia is going to stay with that mullet on top to eat him. And that's what I like about the live mullets. And you know, and the guys here in Destin are experts at it as far as mullet goes. They can find them, catch them, use them. You know, yes, sir.
When you're talking about using a live mullet, I mean, I do a lot of inshore fishing where we'll use a 3-inch mullet. Are you talking about big mullet? Big mullet. You're talking about big mullet.
Where you got a thorn like this. You know, you got to hold the spoon and everything, and taboosh. He hits the water like a bad dive. That's the one, because it just fires him up. When he hits, he's not going to lay there like a. You know, you use a pinfish this big, and he's a sprinter, man. He's an Olympic swimmer. Then you hook him up and you throw him against the wind. It's like throwing a potato chip, and then when he hits the water, he lays there like this. Not a mullet. If he's ready to go, you fire him out there, and he's straight on top. So you want a rough, you know, if you can find a blue runner or something like that, hardy fish that'll really fast. Though they like to chase them.
If you'll take that mullet, cut off one, you know, a mullet, you go swim that way. He goes right to run away from the cobia. You want to really piss that cobia off and get a bite, cut off one pec fin. Then the mullet can only go in a circle. So he's doing this, the cobia's, so he can't run away, he can just do this. Yeah, really, this is small.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How do you hook the eels on the net?
Good question. The eels, I like to hook. There's a couple of ways. One is right through the lips, both lips. And they're very hard to hold, so I usually have a dry towel, and I grab them, I get them in a net. Small laning, a small bait net, dry towel, squeeze them as hard as I can, and put it through both lips. Or I'll hook him in the very back of his neck, right behind his eyes there, in the scruff of the back of his neck, and kind of get a good bite there too. Depending on the size of it. If I got a big old eel, I'll scruff him. If I got a small one, I'll lip him.
Whoever came up with the idea of fishing with an eel anyway? I mean, they're not out there swimming around on the top of the water.
I can tell you who did it, I think, but I may be wrong. But I think Todd Causey did. What do you think, Ben?
Could be. We used to have another guy here in town.
Oh, Frank.
Well, even with, you know, and not even Frank. And Frank Helton, one of the legends around here, Cobia fishing, was the originator of making jigs. But we used to have another guy, Andy from the Full Pool, used to fish with. His nickname was Live Eel Lord. And you know, he was one of the first around here, but I don't know if he was the first.
And on the East Coast, way up there, Chesapeake Bay and all, they catch a lot of strikers, use them for strikers and stuff. And they just started flying them in. You can fly them in. They come in a wax box with no water or nothing on it, just in a wax box. As long as you keep them cool and all that. We'll go over live bait in a little bit, but number one preference would be a nice live eel. Number two would be a nice big fin fish. Number three would be maybe a lure of some sort, like a jig. Tim's got a few little brother-in-law lures that are nice here too, and I'll talk about this real quick. This little savage thing, it looks just like an eel swimming in the water. It's got giant treble hooks on it, which is nice because you're looking for something that's going to catch 100-pound fish, right? You don't want to put anything in the water that's not going to catch one. And this will do it. I've seen a lot of fish caught on these. I don't wrap them or anything, but they're just it's a neat little lure in the water. It throws a long way. You throw it and you reel it on top. And while if you see the fish, if you see the fish on top, don't throw anything to make him go down. Throw it way past him, reel it on top, keep it there, watch it swim right by him, and he'll see it, boom, you're on. This thing will automatically set itself. He'll bite it, you just start setting it up. These tube lures are great. Another type of lure. Also, Tim's got one of the live target mullet. Now, this is a herring, but you also have mullet as well. Yeah. This is a cool little bait.
That's one I like a lot.
Yeah. It's a brother-in-law lure. You throw it and reel it, and he can catch it. It gets kind of complicated sometimes when you have other kind of live bait, with eels and that kind of thing. And what happens? Yes, sir.
Maybe explain boat positioning for some new captains.
Sure.
Why the boats are turned sideways, and what you do when your angler hooks the fish, and
Sure.
a lot.
Dave, can we come back to that one? I want to cover a picture here, and then we'll redraw a little bit for that.
Well, you hadn't mentioned blue crabs. I thought they were supposed to be
They're great, but if you find a blue crab, that's good. They're eating different. They're eating crabs about this big. The majority of the ones I've cleaned are crabs about this big.
Very hard to throw.
Very hard to throw. It's like throwing a potato chip against the wind. It just catches the wind. He'll tangle up and stuff. We've tried it before. If you have them, try them. But I've never caught a fish on a blue crab. If I could find a stingray about that big around, that would be an awesome bait. Go ahead, Tim.
So, and we can redraw this later if there's some people in the back that can't see this, but I've just kind of set up a tower. We're talking about all the different baits and lures and everything that we do. To me, and I'm going to ask you this question in a minute, your answer may be different. But to me, one of the most, if not the most important part of cobia fishing, hopefully you got a towel, hopefully you got a little crow's nest on your boat where you got your steering wheel, and you got 3 guys in the tower. That's what I really like. 2 outside spotters and the driver. The most important thing, the driver always drives. We can take turns, but when the driver picks up a fishing rod, things go bad. Driver must drive. And I always set up mine, when I'm setting up, I want things to always be the same. But I was talking about always having all the rods being the same. So when we set up on our boat, we have 2 eels up in the tower with us. And they're in 5-gallon buckets. Down below, in one live well, we have a mullet. And in the other live well on the other side, I have a pinfish or some sort of fin bait. And then, directly behind my anglers, there's a jig rod on each side, and then a soft plastic lure and a hard bait. And if everything's always in the same place, even though it's behind you, you always know that you can reach around, grab it, and throw. And so when the driver is driving and you see a fish, well, the angler on that side of the boat, he should throw first. Well, if he doesn't get a bite, if he's throwing that live eel, didn't get a bite, then the guy on this other side of the boat, he needs to be throwing a jig. And then the guy on the other side of the boat, he needs to be throwing a hard bait. And then we need to throw a soft plastic bait. And, constantly have, okay, he didn't eat this, let's throw this. He didn't eat that, let's throw this. And it just kind of works by clockwork. I love the mullet for bait, but most of the mullet I have are pretty good size on the live well. So if we see a 30-pound fish, I'm probably going to throw the mullet. It's going to be too big. My mullet, he's there that's the one that we need today to win the tournament. I save those baits.
Yeah.
But my key is the driver must drive.
Driver must drive. You're looking in the middle. You're in the middle. Like Tim was saying, there's 3 guys. You've got this side, and your buddy's got this side. I'm left-handed, so I like the left side. Nobody else likes it. I'm good to go with that. Tim may be on this side. If I look over and I see Tim looking inshore, looking at my side, that's when, we have an argument or something. Say, Tim, I got this side, you got that side. But a lot of times that happens. If you see a fish on one side of the boat, you catch him, everybody's having a good time. Now everybody's standing there looking at this side and nobody's over here. Keep your area. Pick your side, one side, middle, and this side. You got 4 people, you spread it out that way, or whatever you may be. Just like Tim said, if I see a fish and he's right there, I'm driving the boat. There he is. I pull my throttle back immediately. Don't put the boat in reverse. I'm gonna pull it back. If we can make a cast to this guy on this side, there he is right there. Right there. Don't even take your eyes off of him. Don't take your finger off of him. Don't look up to look around. If you see him and you're driving the boat, you make sure the angler sees him before you take your eyes off of him. Pull the boat back. And then now he sees him. Now you can move. You can get back on the throttle or whatever you need to do. He throws that live deal out there, and it's a great cast. Right in front of him, he goes and moves off. That's what Tim was saying about don't throw another one. Because he's already seen that. He knows he's not going to eat that. So now I'm going to go to something different. He may eat a jig because it looks different. So I throw the jig out there. And the jig is a great placement. And you're working a jig, and he does this. Well, then I'm not throwing a jig anymore. I'm not throwing a live eel anymore. I may go to fin fish. Big mullet, fire him out there. He gets on top and swims, and all of a sudden he just gets jacked up and boosh, eats it. Don't throw the same thing at a fish if he's already seen something, don't just keep throwing the same thing at him and expect a different result. A very large percentage of the time, he won't bite it. A good percentage of the time, he'll bite something different. That's why I'll get down to a hook, just like I said, a no-leader bait. We need a no-leader bait, so we've already got one that tied up, just like Tim's got it rigged up back there. I'm going to fire an eel with no leader on it. Way out in front of him, I'm going to hold him up on top so he can see me, and a lot of times he'll eat that. But don't just keep throwing the same thing at a fish that's seen it and went around it, because it's not going to change his mind for you. You can follow him long enough until he gets hungry, but you may get you may be in New Orleans. But the best thing to do is try new stuff on the fish. Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you don't have a bridge, you got a 30-foot center console. How do you see those guys?
Good question. I've fished on many of them myself.
Yeah.
Don't tie a ladder on the bow of your boat or anything like that.
Don't what?
Come over here and get a towel from these guys would be the best thing to do. The next best thing to do would be to do the same exact thing I just said. One guy driving, the other guy's up. Not on the very bow of the boat, but get somewhere where you're stable and you can see off to this side and that side. All you're doing is you're shortening up your vision. You know, you got a guy that's way up here now. He can see a long way. You just want to narrow up the area you're looking at, make it smaller, and you can still do it. Slow your boat down a little bit, go slower, and you can do it. You an inshore guy? He's probably seen more than a lot of people.
Most people. If it was me and I had a 24-foot center console, I'm going to have my eel bucket right there in the front of the boat, and I'm going to stand on the cushion right here ahead of the center console, and I'm going to hold the top of the T-top. You know, got my rod, got my eel, just ride looking. I had an 18-foot Hell's Bay guide skiff, a polar boat. I was a push-pole monkey, you know. And I'd stand up on the back, and I'd have my client drive me. I'd stand on the polo platform, rock back and forth, riding, just idling down the bar, and he'd be driving in here, and I'd say, okay, I got one. And I'd hop down, move him up front, go check him out. The biggest thing I can tell you guys that you might not know, and this is just a little trick that I use in inshore fishing, when you have the polarized, everybody's got polarized glasses, right? That's just a precursor, right? Yeah. You gotta have polarized glasses. Okay, so who in here has a nice camera? Anybody got a nice camera with a telephoto lens on it? Okay, a lot of them have a neutral density filter on it, right? So you can, on the end of your glass, you're able to spin a neutral density filter or a polarizer like this, right? When I'm riding, and my clients used to think I had some sort of tick or Tourette's or something, okay? And I'd be riding, and I'd do like this, okay? It's funny, right? Well, turning your head, you'll notice next time you guys go in the water, if you're driving across the bridge, going to Niceville or something like that, look at the water, come down here to the dock when the sun's high, and tilt your head like this. And then tilt your head like this. And you're going to notice that the glass you got, and y'all may have already covered this, but the glass you got, if you tilt it, you'll take that glare away or you'll add glare. And a lot of times, I mean, how many times have we been riding down the beach and saw a loggerhead or a sunfish or a manta ray or something? You see a smudge. I always call everything a smudge until, you know, it's innocent until proven guilty. And you just tilt your head, keep cocking it, keep trying to get a little bit of color. And if you'll tilt your head and use your polarized glasses, that might be the biggest trick out of anything. More than a tower, I've caught more cobia on fly out of an 18-foot Hell's Bay than a lot of people have caught out of a center console with an upper station and a live eel. And it's because we knew how to go slow and look. So that's my one little ad.
Go slow.
So just to back that up, I mean, center console, you don't have a bridge or anything like that.
Right.
You're actually looking for the fish on the top of the water?
Yeah, they're on the surface of the water. We talked a little bit about why they're on the surface, because that's the warmest water that they can be in. Sun beat down from 10 to 2. We talked a little bit about
You
that.
actually see the fish?
You see them right there. It's like
It's an Easter egg hunt. That's why it's during Easter.
yeah.
Look for big brown
I
eggs.
don't know if y'all can see this photo from all the way back. We're going to get a bigger TV here fairly shortly. But this is what a little wad of 4 cobias look like free swimming right there.
Now, will you see more than one, or will you see like...
There's 4 of those if I took a picture of.
Yeah, and you know, it's not you know, I remember I just had these guys swimming and working real hard to look. When you see them, you see them. They're there.
Yeah.
It's a brown thing in the water, in blue water. Even if the water's brown and you're offshore like Tim says, sometimes your confidence is not there because I can't see. You know, I can only see this far in the water. That doesn't. Well, then what you need to be is a driver and take your neighbor, those young guys out there, and let them spot.
Right.
As long as you're not colorblind,
Yeah.
you're good.
No lie, you can
Yeah,
actually
yes,
see
sir.
them underwater.
Felt like that. Felt like
Can,
that.
They're sitting right
okay, good question. Because slow is a relative term depending on your boat and the guys on your boat. Don't follow the full pull or the sea spray or some of those guys, because they know what they're looking for and they are getting it. And they are been something to run over fish too.
A little faster than no wake.
Yeah,
1,000 RPM.
yeah. And if you got what's perfect, which we'll talk about in a minute, which is a easterly swell coming to you with a southeast wind, you're just kind of keeping the boat up in gear, and you could look at the beach and you can pick something out on the beach. You may not go a half a mile, you know, in an hour. It just because everything's coming to you at that point. But yeah, 1,000 RPM is a great way to start. If you see one and you see him right at the bow of the boat and you're running over, you may back it off and slow down a little bit. But it's going to happen regardless. That's just going to happen. 90% of the fish that people see are within casting distance all the time, regardless if you're in a nosebleed tower or if you're in a Hell's Bay. Most of the time, they'll be right there.
And check your transom.
Yeah, they like to swim behind your boat too. Especially if you're anchored or something. And we can talk about anchoring and all that a little bit later, but Tim's put a little diagram here as to what we're looking at.
Well, Dave asked a question.
Yeah.
How do you position your boat? So I put one cobia that's coming at us and one cobia that we're overtaking.
Good question. If I'm going this way first and I see this one, I'm in a pretty decent position here. What I really want them to be is a little bit further to the bow of the boat, and I'm not going to do anything different. I see him, you see him, he's swimming along, he's going to swim for 4 or 5 days, and nobody's messing with him. Don't run your boat over there to him. Because if you get between him and a migration, that's when he's got to make a decision, go down, go around, and he's not going to bite. So we've got him set up perfect. So where do I want to cast to him? Well, the perfect cast would be, to me personally, I'd put it right out here. Because if he goes to it, he turns out here and looks at it, let's say he doesn't bite it. Then he gets right back in line. If you throw the bait right here between you, him, and the boat, he goes over here, looks at it, and now you're intersecting. What's going to happen? You're drawing him toward your boat. I like to throw him on the outside of the fish in front of him, because when he bites it, where's his nose is facing this way. So my line's coming here, I've got a perfect angle for my circle hook to get in. I don't want the fish to be swimming right to me, and I throw a bait to him. He's still got his mouth, he's swimming to me. I want to wait for him to turn around before I get tight, because the hook and the bait will pop will come right out. That's the ultimate right here, outside. You don't want to hit him here. A lot of times, when you hit him here, he won't bite it.
The forked end does not heal.
Yeah, and that happens all the time. But if you hit him here, he scurries up a little bit, and he slows back down. Just relax, let him get set back up, and make your presentation back out here again with the same bait. Because you know if he's got eyes in his tail, then he's smarter than we are. But that means he didn't see it. You can use the same bait. But the best thing is like that. Here, okay, let's look at this other one here. This other one is this is us going to the east, and the fish are coming to us. So we're on a collision course here. So if you see one right here, that's what we call a bow fish, and you're going to run him over. It happens all the time. Don't put your boat in reverse. Pull it out of gear. A lot of times it'll pop up the back. Just like I told you, you throw that jig in the back of the boat, and then in your prop wash, freeze pull it down and work it up. So a lot of times it'll come right back up and bite it. Or you can spin back around. But don't put your boat in reverse. You don't want this. You want this right here. So I'm going to throw this bait right here. I want him on the outside. I want him to eat out here where he can swim away. And then if he doesn't eat, he's going to get right back on that path. They're going to stay on that path. I just saw one. He was right there. Okay, well, if he's right here and he went down, chances are he's going to be right here in about 5 minutes or so. So if you have to spin your boat around, if he goes down or else you didn't get a good cast on him, you got to spin your boat around. Do not take your eyes off that fish. Never, ever. Do not. If you see the boat spinning around, you got it, you're looking, you're spinning around, you still see him, you're pointing at your boat on the other side of the boat, don't take your eyes off of it. If he goes down, either do a man overboard. You know, I know a guy that used to throw a paper plate out. Don't do that, but because, okay, let's say the fish goes down. Throws a paper plate out, he turns back around and gets on that same line where that paper plate is, with a good chance that fish is going to the west. So he's not going this way or that way, he's going this way. They're going west. So if he goes down, he's going to rise right back up, and you put your boat in the same position, turn around, get in that same line. If you have a sharp bottle or whatever on your boat, get on that same line and just run that line. And wait for him to pop back up. He'll pop right back up. But don't go right where you think he is. Be 5 or 10, 15, 20 yards off to where you think he's going to be. So when he pops back up, you can set right back up on him. You don't want to be on top of him. You don't want to cut him off. Because if you get your boat between them and the migration and they don't eat, and they have to go around your boat or what have you, there's chances are he won't bite. It'll be difficult to catch him.
How fast is he swimming? 2 knots?
If the wind's blowing 30 knots and the current's going, it's 2 knots is pretty quick. Sometimes you don't even think they're moving, and then sometimes they're really ripping. It just depends on the weather. And we can talk a little bit about that right now. Is that all right, Tim?
Sure.
Well, so around we know kind of how to throw them. The ultimate for me personally is when I can go. So that's number one. Number two is I really like the southeast wind. 15 knots or more. Seas 2 to 4, if you can stand them. Current going the opposite way.
Fish into them.
Yes, you can fish into them or go down sea, just depending on how the sun and everything is. So what's that doing? So we're going from the east to the west. So the wind's blowing this way. Yeah. So the fish is going this way. So he's just surfing on those waves. It's just like anything else, like riding a bike downhill. You got a choice. You can ride uphill or downhill. What's easier? Downhill. Same thing with these fish. They've been swimming a long way. They're filling full of eggs. Difficult for them. They're going to stay up right on top where that wind is pushing a nice current to the west, and they'll stay right on top of it, and they'll just ride the swells. And they're going, they're not going like a king mackerel or anything like that. They're super slow. And when you see them, you'll know what they are. Right on top of the wave. Some people like the current going the same way as the wind. In my opinion, I like the current going to the west and the wind flow coming from the east.
I agree 100%.
Because he does not like to swim against this current. But the wind creates a current, about this much current on the top of the water that's going west because it's blowing southeast. You understand? That's where he's swimming. That's the highway. That's what he's on. That's what he wants to. That's where he wants to be. He won't go down. An optimal day from 10 to 2, southeast 15 miles an hour, 2 to 3 foot, little swell, a little bit of chop on top of the water, where it's not that uncomfortable. And these cobia are right on top of the current ribbon the other way. Man, that is the quant. You'll see. The worst conditions, I think, is a westerly wind with a westerly current. It's very difficult. I'm not saying you can't catch them. If that's the day you're going to go and do your best. Because, there have been plenty of big giant fish caught in the west wind. Normally in the afternoons, that's usually what happens is the west wind turns around. If you're down somewhere where you need to be, you need to go, like if you got to go against the west wind all day, I would suggest fish. If they're forecasting the west wind, fish in the direction you can ride that swell home. Because I've been caught from Pensacola down toward, past Navarre, and the west wind started blowing. And that 15-mile ride is a bust. It doesn't matter what you're in. So, the next best wind, I think, is just a straight south wind. 10 miles of fish offshore. Those fish just surfing that south wind in until they get into that shallow water. Because my personal opinion is that their nature is to be in shallow water to feed. Because if they go down prematurely, eggs come out. Just like flounder. Anybody who flounder get in? In the fall when they move out in migration, they're right up on the beach. Because it's more comfortable for them. There's no pressure on them, water pressure pushing their eggs out prematurely. That's just my theory. And I see fish offshore 100 miles if they're right on top of the water if they're coming this way. A lot of times, just to keep that. So it gives them a better way to feed, so they can feed within that 15 to 20 to 60 feet of water without those eggs coming out. And then if you've ever seen them roll around and spawn and stuff, it's really cool. These fish travel in schools or school fish. They like to stay together. We haven't talked anything about seeing two fish at one time, trying to catch the bigger fish and all that. Most of the time, if you've got a pair of fish or 3 of them, the most aggressive fish is the smallest. He usually doesn't get to feed. You have to use some skill and try to coerce that small one away from the big ones if he's not legal, or just get him to bite and they'll swim together until you bring them up to the gap. But, any other questions?
Because we were fishing the tournament one year. I fished a lot with the guys in the full pool. We were tied for the most fish over 50. And we need, there was another boat we're tied with. So last day, we're trying to win this most over 50 category, and it was going to be snotty that day. It was rough, miserable, and we had a couple guys that were going to go with us. They bailed at the last minute. But we didn't know it, but the boat we were tied with, they actually broke down, so they couldn't fish, so we only needed to catch one. Me and Andy are running down the beach, and it's just the 2 of us in the tower, and I look inshore, and there's 7 fish in there. And there's 2 well over 50. And we ended up catching them both. But we pulled up in there, threw a bait out, little fish all ran up to it. Threw a bait out again, they all ran up to it. I'm like, man, this is going to be tough. We messed with them for about 5 minutes, and finally looked at Andy and said, what do you think? He says, hook them all. We had 2 of us in the boat, we had all 7 fish on. We caught 5 out of the 7, both over 50, 2 over 50. We had to hook all the little fish just to get them occupied so we could catch the 2 big fish.
Yeah. And a lot of times if there's a big one and a small one, and the big one and the small one goes out and eats it, and he's got the hook somewhere in him, I'll just free spool him off and let him come back up, and he'll just come back up with a big one. And then I'll just get right. I already know what it's going to be because my line's there. So I just ease them up and we'll move forward. That little boat pop up. We'll go back to the biggest one. He'll eat it. Now we just set the hook on both of them and got both of them. That's a trial. That's something that comes with experience. Don't think so much about it. If you see them and they're legal, catch them and have a good time with them. If you spend a lot of time trying to do that without the experience, you'll end up not catching any of them. I've been there, done that many, many times. Yes, sir.
Another thing I found is don't get so caught up in that fish you have on that you're not ready for those 4 monsters that come up beside the boat with you.
Oh, man, good one.
You know.
You're right
Yeah,
there.
that before. See one fish, hook him, and all of a sudden when he comes back to the boat, he's got buddies.
Yeah.
That happens
You don't have
often.
anything ready, and you're like, oh,
There you go.
you know.
And you know, and that's a great deal. It's a team thing. We were saying earlier, the guy driving the boat stays on the wheel. The guy's got the fish on. If you got 3 guys, you know, the other guy needs to be clearing the deck out, getting all your rods and everything up to the bow of the boat, or wherever you want to put them to get them away from the fish. If you want to gap him or net him or release him, and if there's another fish with him, you know, both of you can hook them. But if they're not, get everything ready for in the cockpit of your boat to put a 100-pound fish in. Don't leave your rods and reels laying there. Don't have a cooler, a 48-quart cooler, and stick his head in it. You need to have the right equipment to put a 100-pound fish in your boat. That means a great gaff or a great net. That doesn't mean a wooden handle gaff that's 4 feet long. It doesn't mean a net that you may have used for salmon or steelhead that's this big around, and the ring is about this big around. But they make specialty nets for cobias and stuff. I personally like to net them. When I'm fishing on my buddy's big giant sport fishing boat, my personal boat, I gaff them or release them, or I'll break them off, try to unhook them. But have your whole cockpit cleaned out. If you're going to gaff him, it's just like using a broom and sweep it. If you've been fighting this fish for 45 minutes, don't do anything different in the last 20 feet that you've done in the last 200 yards. You know what I mean? If he's digging and you see him and you're tired of messing with him, and then here's the first thing somebody does. I'm just going to crank him just a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get his head turned. Down goes Frazier. You know, we've been here for an hour fighting this great fish, and you change, and you do something different. Don't do anything different. The best thing you can do is have a great boat driver who knows how to maneuver the boat around to him and keep that fish right in the quarter of the boat the whole time. When you're gaffing, it's not a big giant, you know, it's like a broom sweeping. I always say, if you use the broom, you're sweeping it, the hook of the gaff, we don't have a gaff with us, it's going to be out this way, not upside down doing this. It's going to be out. So it's one motion. Sweeping, boom, boom, and get out of the way, or have a cooler ready to go. Open and ready to go. If you've got a deck cooler in your boat, that's where I'm going to put this cobia. I usually bring a bat or something with me, you know, to immobilize the fish if I can. But I'm going to put him in that cooler so he doesn't beat everything to death in the boat. It's a really powerful fish, man. The best place to gaff him is wherever you can get him, but for me personally, I like to gaff him right between the pegs. That'll get him. You need to have a gaff that has a bite at least 6 inches. You got to be on 3-inch bite on your gaff. You gaff a 100-pound fish, I guarantee you he will roll off the gaff and come off and break. And with a net, I've had a bad net before. You know, I lost 120+ pound cobia because of a bad net. Came out of the net, pulled the ring up, net breaks, slides out, bye-bye fish. That was a long time ago, and I haven't forgotten about it since. But I asked for it.
So you're going to cover technique on a gaff. What's the technique on a net to get one in the net? I know that's a little trickier.
Yeah, because the net has so much pressure on it. And a lot of times you still want the boat to be going forward a little bit because your fish is swimming. You know, you finally got him swimming right next to the boat. So if you stop the boat, he's going to swim ahead and go under the boat or do something. So if you've got him, you and everybody's going along really slow pace, that's perfect. The gaffing, boom. With the net, you got to move that net forward of him enough to where the water pressure doesn't wash it back. Because the water pressure, if you're going forward, or even when you stick the net in the water, it's tough. So what you want to do is take the net. I usually grab up the slack of the net and put it in this hand, and then I put the net forward of the fish, and I'll just drop that slack out and just kind of move it this way, and then my angler will swim him into the net. He has no way to go. If his head is, if the mouth of the net's here, if his head's here, he can't just, you know, shift and reverse it. He's got to go this way. So, but don't jab it down in the water and try to scoop him. Let your angler swim him into the net. You just put the net, the water pressure will push that net toward him, and everything will come this way. But if you jam in the water and do this, once you get him in the net, and there's a big bag on these nets, don't pick up the net like you do a bass or anything like that. Just grab the net by the ring. And if it's a bigger fish, it should be you and the angler, or you and the boat guy. Now I've got him in the net, the boat's in neutral. I'm going to grab the ring of the net, I'm going to pull him up, and then that fish will be rolled up in that mesh, and he's not going anywhere. Don't grab the handle and try to pull him over. Grab the ring of the net, and just lift him in the boat. And he's already bent one way a lot of times, so he doesn't struggle near as much as if you have him on a gap. So if you're going to release fish, that's the best way to do it. You can just release them, cut them off, throw them back, they're great. They're really immobilized in the net. So you can put them in, you can put them down below, or you can put them on ice a lot quicker. You can immobilize the fish by use a fish bat or what have you. Gaffing a fish is the old school way. It's a great way. It works very well. I like to net them if I have one on the net. Just because I've done it before, and it keeps the fish a lot fresher. A lot of times, like Tim and fish these tournaments, there's ounces to be won and had, and they lose some weight in that. But I like to net them because when I get in the boat, I can control it. Yes, sir.
Just going back to when you identify a fish in the water.
Yes, sir.
Instead of a spinning reel, I mean, if you just have your typical bottom fish, you really cast that out there?
Negative.
Negative. Okay.
Don't do that. If somebody comes to your boat with anything other than something very, very similar to this, is you say, man, if you got one good rod that has 300 yards, spinning rod, 7 foot of this.
Spinning rod,
and yes, I wouldn't take a chance on backlashing or anything like that. I mean, hey, it's glamorous. It would be nice to, pitch a bait like they do the stripers on the West Coast. Awesome.
What you're talking about.
But
it's a spinning.
Yeah, but the 100-pound fish that just bit your line, you're trying to pull off that.
So what size line do you use on a spinning rod for 100 pounds?
Again, from 25 to 30-pound line on a spinning rod, monofilament, 50 to 60 fluorocarbon only. Not 15-pound, not 50 monofilament, 25 to 30 is 90% of what's being used.
No weight on it?
No, just the jig or the bait. Good question. Some people may put a slip lead on their eel or live bait or something. Don't do that.
It'll go too deep.
It's just in the way. And just these fish are looking. They see a lot. When they see all this stuff floating around, like a beaded rig they use, to catch off the beach. It's got all this junk hanging off of it. It's not real natural. Nothing's natural. You want to make everything for these fish as natural as possible because they're lazy. They don't want to chase anything, and they don't want to. If it's not right, they're just going to keep going. So the more natural or presentation you can make to them, the better off you will be.
Yeah, you talk about people getting on the boat with stuff, with crazy stuff. And I was running some friend's boat out of Atlanta. This has been 10 or 15 years ago, and I did not see these particular rods and reels get on the boat. But we're going along, we've caught 1 or 2 fish, and I have all my stuff up in the tower, and I'm driving along. One of the best Cobia fishermen I know, we passed them. And this was one of the good instances where the fish are going up and down. As they went past us, I'm looking at their prop wash, and I see a wad of fish. To this day, I don't know how many were in it. There was at least a dozen, maybe 20. And I see the fish. Well, I have my jig rod in my hand, and actually everybody had left me. I was in the tower by myself at the time. They were making sandwiches and getting lunch and stuff ready. Well, I see the fish, so of course I'm driving. My rule is don't throw if you're driving, but I was the only one there. So I throw a jig, and I hook one of the fish. Well, I hooked one of what I thought was a medium-sized fish, and one caught 82. Well, the next thing I know, one of them has got my rig with a manual pickup on it, which is a little bit more difficult to get used to it. Well, it had a tube lure on it, has 2 treble hooks. Well, one of my buddy's friends manages to throw it, but can't get it back on the manual. 2 cobias run up, grab the tube lure, go opposite directions, and hook them themselves. I mean, catch either one of them because they just ran off the line off the reel before we got back on the manhole and broke off. 2 or 3 others are up on the bow of the boat and got the biggest push button reels I've ever seen. With these big old lures on them and they're chunking. Well, that's all got a bite. But the reel went, pow! It just melted it to the gears.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have rest. So the moral of that story is we saw at least a dozen fish that were all hungry because almost all bit. We caught one. That's the one I hooked.
Yeah. It's
And I
just
say,
so,
when it goes bad, I can tell you more stories about it going bad. But I'll remember the good ones, but I can tell you all kind of horror stories.
I've done everything. I've lost a potential world record. I fell out of boats. I've done it all, you know. But the main thing is for Cobia fishing is to be patient, like you said earlier, have fun, and let them come to you, and don't freak out when things go bad. He'll pop back up. You'll get another shot if you just take your time with him. And it's a waiting game. If you like deer hunt and all that stuff, it's a great way to fish. If you don't have a tower and you're thinking about doing anything other than riding around, if you want to ride around and you don't have a boat tower, stay inshore of everybody or offshore of everybody. Go really slow, look around, and once you see one, you'll know what you're looking at. Or you can go off to a wreck and you can chum. You can put a chum slick out. You can get them to come to you. A lot of people do that. Just don't do that in the middle of the 50,000 boats that are out there because they'll just be fishing your chum slick. You know, you put all this chum out, and the guy that's 300 yards behind turns his boat around because the fish just popped up on your little slick that you produced. I like to go all the way offshore, and I'll go to a wreck or something and anchor, and I'll put a little bit of chum out, mostly just chunks and stuff, and just see what's happening. You know, because a lot of these fish are, they're grown to be 8 or 9 years old. They know where everything's at. If they're used to going by this certain area, they'll go by it most every year. So you'll get a shot at them. The biggest fish I ever lost was right there at the 3 barges in Pensacola. We drove right past it, and there he was. So, stop in your boat, even if you want to anchor and stand off the rope. That's cool too. I mean, you don't have to have a tower. It's great to have, but there's other ways to do it than have a Cobia tower. The optimal is to have controls up top where you can see you got a higher platform and all that. Work as a group, hook a fish. The same guy drives, another guy gets down, clears the deck, gets the gaff and everything ready to go, gets him in the boat, get him in the boat, get him under control, then high five and jump back up there. Just be prepared for a 100-pound fish. I can't tell you that. Stress out there. No kinder, gentler fish. This is our first time, so I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take this little rod and this little reel. We may just run across one that's legal. The first one you see is going to be this big around. So be prepared.
What's legal?
33 to 4.
36, 2 per person.
Yeah.
36, 2 per vessel. Said that wrong.
Yes.
Ooh, we need to all check that.
Yeah.
I encourage everybody to go look at their FWC.
Yeah, don't quote me on anything like that.
Yeah.
Unless they did it in the last 2 weeks.
But you catch 2 fish, you got to come in.
No,
Per vessel.
if you keep 2 fish, you can catch and release. You can only catch 2. Now, in the tournaments this year, there is going to be a rule, and all the tournaments have agreed to this. The first question every winner will be asked: did you kill more than 2 fish today? So, if you're driving along and you're tournament fishing, and you see a 60-pounder, most over 50 category, biggest fish. You see a 60, you catch it. Now you're driving along and you see a 70. You got a decision to make. Are we going to catch the 70 or let him go and wait for the 100? Because once you kill, that's another great reason for a net. The net, we can catch that fish, get him in, let him go. But the first question in all the tournaments this year: did you kill more than 2 in a day?
That's a good rule.
Yeah, that will get you DQ'd right now.
Bird in the hand. Go ahead.
You're talking about, to me, a good suggestion, talking about catching a 100-pound fish. You count on catching a 100-pound fish every trip. All new line, all new knot.
There you go.
Every trip.
Yeah.
And if the knot looks bad, we tie it.
I agree with you 100%. If you catch a fish on a leader, break it off, put a new one on. It does take a couple of minutes. Great suggestion.
If it's going to fail, it's with
Yeah.
a fish of a lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to fail on a 60 pounder.
No.
It's going to fail
It's-
on a
it's-
120 pounder.
Exactly, yeah. And the longer you're fighting, the worse things can happen. So, but the main thing with this, I guess we need to wrap things up here, is that fish as a team know what each person's doing, have the appropriate tackle and bait, visit guys like Half Hitch or come over here to Legendary, and these guys, if you need a towel on your boat, man, that's the best thing to do, man. I'm telling you, it's a great sport. But and have fun with it. Don't get all boogered up about it. Don't get emotional if this guy catches one. We're all having a good time. Like you were saying earlier, it's more of a camaraderie thing. Once you do it a long time, there's Tim and them, there's Tommy and them, there's so and so, there's Miles and all the rest of it.
When you'll be passing like this, I'm like, what you got? And they're like, zero.
Yeah.
Or you'll see that too, and you get all fired up. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
get that.
So it's a great time. And if you're just starting out, again, take your time with it. You don't rig up 8 rods, rig up 2. Once you catch one, you'll understand what's going on and go from there. But have fun. Yes, sir.
I got a stupid question here. You ever drag any bait while you're looking?
Oh, that's a great
Maybe
question.
1 or 2, nothing,
Oh yeah, shoot yeah. That's 100. Yeah, that's great. Can I answer that? No. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, you're going to do it. You're going to try it. Spanish or go. Well, you're in there. You're tired about the value of it. There's Spanish and Kings just going by. You're going, man, and I haven't seen a Cobia in 5 hours.
Jackfish.
And then the next thing you do is you put a trolling bait back there or something like that. You can just, we're just going to put it in the rod hole and drive around. There's a Cobia. Oh, there he is. We forget all about that out there until we spin our boat around. Then we run it over with a prop. Now we've got line, lures, and everything in our prop. Or we hook the Cobia and he just goes over there and he gets around that line and breaks you off. Or that rod is on the bow or the stern of your boat is trolling. Your line goes over the top of it and burns your line. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. So you're either Cobia fishing or you're trolling for Spanish. But the two of them don't mix. They mix, but not 100%.
I don't ever shoot squirrels when I'm deer hunting either. So
Yeah, that's right. But we've done it, shoot yeah. But is it efficient? No. No. Yes, sir.
If I go out there, just average Joe, am I gonna see a 70-pound fish?
You're just as likely to see a 70 as you are to see a 20.
Okay.
you're just as likely to see one as the full pull boys, to be honest.
Yeah.
We all talk about them like there's some pros. If you're in the right spot and the fish pop and the sun's in the right spot and everything went right,
If dog rabbit.
it could pop up
Yeah.
right in front of you. I mean, it's just the way it works. I mean, you guys may have covered it, but my favorite thing to do was go to the Eiffel Tower or go to the crab trap
Yeah.
and do a 200-yard north and south.
Yeah.
I used to, in my little skiff, I didn't have the gas to go from here to Panama City and back in the day. So I'd go get a nice bright spot on the beach, where maybe there was a little stick out on the bar. And just like a shortstop, I would just sit there and just idle back and forth on a north-south line, going this way off the beach. And I'd just sit there, and I'd see more, we call it turning. You probably talked about that. You'll see the big charter boats turn. I mean, you can see a boat plain as day just flip to the left or flip to the right. Well, if they're all flipping left and right out here, on the outside line, I'll just bump out there a little bit, and I just float back and forth, and I have my angler on the front of my boat. If they were all inside, or it was a hazy day and I couldn't see good, I'd go get up higher on the bar where I could see. But I'd run a little piece of dirt. You'd be surprised how many fish would come through. They all got to swim by that little piece, don't they?
What he's saying is, here's the beach. He's just going north south. The fish are migrating this way. So a lot of times they'll hop right there in that zone. A lot of, like you were saying, there could be a little point where the water is shallower here than it is right here and right here. So they'll hit that, they'll come up, and that may be a point where they're popping. So the north south is not a bad deal at all. Especially like you said, if you see one going that way, I mean, if you see the telltale signs, the turtles raise.
Yeah, there's I call it a bloodline or a lifeline going down the beach, and some days it's way out on the color change, and some days it's way up on the bar. But I'd hang out in one little spot. The other thing is you learn that one little spot. If there's that sand spot and there's that clump of grass that's been out there and it's been bothering you all day, you kind of learn your little zone. And if one comes by, it looks just bright as a picture coming at you. So, you ain't got to burn 200 gallons of fuel to go cobia fishing, I don't think. You'll pull out of the pass every year, and there's people just sitting on top of the knob, just waiting. I call it the knob.
When is the time they're running?
They're here. They caught the first
one yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're here.
They're here.
Yeah.
They are officially here.
So this gentleman up here, I want to say one more thing before we stop here. He said, do I have a chance to go see a 70-pounder? I'm going to tell you why the full pull does it every year. Because they come in December, and they buy leaders, they buy leader material, they buy hooks, they buy swivels, they get all their stuff. I promise you, they've caught a fish. They will not tie another leader this year. They will not sharpen a hook the rest of this cobia season. They have spare spools for their reels. So we're out there fishing. We throw out, we hook a cobia, we catch him, he's in the boat, spin that spool off. This is tournament fishing. Spin that spool off, it goes over here, used, new spool on, new leader on, new bait on. They're the most prepared. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to lose fish. But having that preparedness, having a team that all knows what they're doing. The driver has a job, the caster has a job, the gaffer has a job. That's why they're successful. It's, yes, they've been doing it a long time. They got good eyes. They know what to look for. They have history of notes of, this time, 5 years ago, you had this sun, this wind, everything. This is where the fish were. But more than anything, I've fished on a lot of boats before. I have never gotten on a vessel that is that prepared every single time the boat leaves the pass. I promise you, when I've gone fishing with them, we leave the dock, we go to Harbor Walk, we get fuel and ice. Before we pull away from Harbor Walk, every live bait's ready to go. So in case we come out of the pass, and like Preston said, you'll see one right there. When we come out of the pass, everything is ready. It's already ready. We're not going to go see a fish and go hook a bait on. Everything, all those live baits are ready for you ever leave the pass. That's why the full pull is successful.
I like the Alabama roll tides of cobia fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, dog.
Yeah. If you go deer hunting, if you're looking for a giant deer, you're going to go to the Midwest. If you want to catch a blue marlin, you're going to go to Costa Rica. If you want to catch a cobia, a world-class cobia, you go from Destin to Pensacola, Florida, between the months of March and April into May. That's where you go. Period. So we're right in the zone. This is where it's at. So.
That's why everybody comes here.
Exactly.
From everywhere else.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Key West,
yeah.
Hawaii,
Yeah.
everywhere.
And it's kind of funny how the cream rises to the top a lot, too. The guys who do it the most usually have the most success. It's definitely a sport of lesser of a chance and more skill than any other fish you'll catch. Any other questions or comments?
So I got a little card here for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's probably going to need some
Oh, that was great.
goodies.
Thank you. I think you had a question. Thank you.
Leader to running line. Where your running line from your reel, which is either mono or braid, is going to attach to your 18 to 25 inch fluorocarbon leader.
Yeah, it's up here. You can come look at this rigs and stuff.
Don't ever reel that into the tip of your rod either, okay? We'll all get excited and you hear that go blink, ding, 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 and then he gets the cast and it's just a Kentucky yard sale. It's just keep that swivel out of there so you can swing it good. So
Yeah, and all this stuff is up here. You can take a look at. And again, thank y'all very much. Hopefully, every one of you guys will have an opportunity to catch one this year. Just speak. The only thing I'd like to say is just be kind to the other people who may be fighting one or maybe looking for one. Not that if you know, find your own fish, go and locate your own, and don't run up on somebody that may be fighting one or looking for one, because that's you know, they've been looking as hard as you have.
You didn't mention favorite jig colors.
Yeah, there you go. I like to have something that has a little sparkle in it. Some of the guys here like that basic orange
I like
and
orange.
white. You know, it's something you can see good with your own eyes. It's really good because
Chartreuse.
you can, you know, they like a really bright color. And if they're gonna buy the jig, the color's not a huge issue. It's just you being able to see him eat it. Set it up is one of my favorite things I can do.
I like
fishing.
I like a blue crab with the clouds broke off. And you just stand on it right until you hear that crack. That was my favorite thing we used to do. We keep a blue crab out of somebody caught out of the trap and break off a couple, like one of the swimmers, you know, one of the back fins. You step on him right until you hear that crack on the deck, and then hook him in the side of the shell, and you can throw it a long way. It stays on the thing good, and man, Katie bar the door if they see that crab. I mean, it's amazing what you can catch these things on. They'll eat the kitchen sink, or they ain't gonna eat nothing at all. I mean, that's what I've learned. They're either the smartest.
They eat all, or I've had a bottom rig sit
Yeah.
there and just drop it over the side of the boat and then mile it.
Some days, if they've been shot at a bunch, I mean, they, if they had thumbs, we'd work for them. You know what I mean?
I'm glad to see
They'll
that.
outsmart you. Yeah.
I was gonna say about forks.
I didn't know a professional did that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I did that myself, and that's why I handed off the guy does this every day. I can't see a thing.
Thank you. I wanted to thank y'all. This is a very special event that we really enjoy throwing every month. And you know, I grew up in North Georgia, and you could catch a crappie or a bass or a trout, or you could catch a trout and a crappie and a bass. Those are your three choices when I was a kid. And I've lived here for almost 11 years, and I love that every single month down here in the Florida Panhandle, there's something new to go chase. There's something hot, and it's either this long or that long or whatever. And I just love that there's flounder fishing, and it really marks the seasons for me as a person. Just like candy canes in December, and you know, strawberry shortcake on 4th of July. There's cobia, then there's tarpon, then there's pompano, then there's triple tail. I just love that each month has this special thing to chase that's really at its peak. And I'm so thrilled that you guys are excited, you know, to get out there and get sunburnt and bug bit and all the good stuff that I love. I mean, I'm so sick. I've got little kids, and all they want to do is play iPads and, you know, sit cross-eyed looking at a screen. And I just love that there's still people on this earth that want to go pour out of that pass on Saturday morning and go be out there all day. Because, I mean, by God, that's why we're alive. So I'm so thrilled that y'all are here and want to go chase these fish. And I'm going to be mad if y'all catch one and don't either bring me a fillet or a picture of it, okay? So thank y'all all. It means a lot to us that y'all come up here and spend time with us at Legendary. Thank y'all. Before y'all leave, we got some free stuff over here. Everybody likes free stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.